So in shamanism, there's this idea, I think it's actually just a quite old idea in many traditional cultures, where it talks about the poison is also the cure. So in the sense between Amanita and cannabis, they are one and the same. They poisoned me, and now they're gonna have a chance to cure me, or they're wanting to cure me. Cure. I can't stop this. I'm not supposed to stop this video. I have found a way to break the bond, the curse. I did my own cord cutting without realizing it. Actually, I kind of knew what I was doing. And this is the whole point now with all this. The only way to break this black magic that everybody does to each other, is for me to become conscious of it. Physically see what's going on, and then start to heal it. So it occurred to me today that the reason I feel at home in the cemetery is because essentially I walk among the dead, the living dead. Emotionally, spiritually, and interpersonally, we're all dead. Our minds, our hearts, our will is gone. Something's happened to us. And it's all this black magic that we keep throwing at each other. We have now managed to put ourselves into such a state of death. Or if you want to look at it a different way, we have put ourselves into Hades. Or no, it's not Hades. What was that holding place in the Greek mythology that every people went to? Purgatory. That's where we are. Okay? We need to get out of this purgatory. And if I'm the only one to do it, then I'll get out by becoming conscious and a conscious partner with the shadow, a conscious partner with these entities that have bound because they were abused or used, but now they're trying to tell me how to change that. They just needed someone to listen. They've been talking, but nobody was willing to listen. Once again, I go back to that song, Sound of Silence. Take my hand that I might reach you. Hear my words that I might teach you. One of us has got to wake up. One of us has to start to live among the dead. To befriend the dead. And to do what is necessary to restore life. So I had an interaction with my twin today. And I finally saw the depths of his darkness and the depravity of his soul. And I knew how much pain he was in. and how he was crying out to me, but consciously he doesn't think that he is. This is why I have such a hard time existing around people, because I hear their cries. I know what is going on below the surface. I just didn't know. I didn't know what to do about it. Within the story, right before Pally's big tantrum, I believe it's Mary that is telling, well, at the time it was Pally, but really it's Papillion. Because you see, that was the confusing thing in my story. I kept saying Pally, but yet I was going back and forth between these unconscious and conscious experiences. So the bifurcation is ultimately realizing that whatever's happening in the mundane reality is Papillion. Whatever is happening in the spirit realm is Pally. So Mary's talking to Papillion and is telling her a teacher is coming. One who will teach you about the Amanita. So is this Pilly who embodies the Amanita, or can become the Amanita? Is this me tapping into my animal instincts? Or for the first time in my life, after having dealt with all this by myself, will I finally physically have a teacher? I stopped believing a long time ago that when the student was ready, the teacher would come. Because there was so many times that I was just down and out, just wanting to give up, but somehow I found the strength to continue. I would have really loved to have had someone that had a little bit of experience that could have guided me, no matter how small. I trusted the spirits, because that was all I could talk to. But that never stopped the loneliness of my human self from needing a human companion or human teacher. And this is kind of the really sad thing about this desolation of my heart space. This destruction of all my illusions about relationships. This continued destruction. This continued sight of the depravity of humanity. This feeling that this physical body will never experience an intimate relationship with anybody. Yeah, like most humans, I mean, I have people around, but nobody can teach me. Nobody will teach me. The people around me just throw nothing but endless projections at me. And I deal with it, I learn, I grow. I take their garbage and I ask myself, can I improve in any way myself based on what they're telling me? But I can only go so far. And then that's what I've come to realize is I can't continue to say that I have work. I don't know where this is going.